All right, we are live.
All right. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers,
Cheers.
everybody.
I'm Brian and Sugar Kitty and John Crams.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Slapshot Roadhouse is here. Becca's here. All right, we are going to be drinking some pretty heavy stuff tonight. Well, I am
Moderately.
anyway. Moderately heavy stuff. Right now, in my glass, I have a Booker's. It's 124.7 proof. This is the 2019 03 Country Ham right here.
Ooh, nice.
And I'm
I have
going to
not
be
tried that one.
Well, you can't get it anymore, but I'm going to be following it up with the 2023-03 Mighty Fine batch from
Mm.
Booker's. And
Best
then
I.
I've got an old B520 Elijah Craig here. That's the 127.2 proof. And to top it all off, I'm going to save it for last because I did open this the other day. This is the Larceny A124, 124.2 proof. This stuff is delicious. And
It's
I
the newest
will,
newest batch.
yeah, I'll be giving commentary on that later. But what do you have in your glass?
Let's see. I started off with just a little bit of good old Wild Turkey 101.
All
Then I
right.
swapped over to this little Scotch here, Loch Lomond.
Lock Lemon.
A little 12-year. That's quite tasty. And I got a little Larceny and some Elijah Craig lined up, and maybe a little bit of Rebecca Creek.
All right. Because now it's time to talk about the hashtags.
Mhm.
Why do I have all these barrel proof bourbons? Because I did a lot of research and I found some sites that had scores on obtainable, normally regular obtainable barrel proofs, cask strengths. Some of them are starting to market themselves out of obtainability, but we can talk about that because some of the prices, I didn't list what the prices were when this stuff came out. Now, warning ahead of time. This is more of a look back history thing on these bourbons. Some of them you can't get anymore. They're 2014, 2016, stuff like that. But
Mhm.
some of them are newer on the list. Now, these are bourbons through an aggregate score. So this site I found all this on was like a database type site, and I had to pull all this stuff out and put it into a spreadsheet and do all my own stuff with it. But what they did was they took scores of competitions and then
Mhm.
different ones, and then they took and let the people vote on the site on these things, and then they weighted their score, about the same as each individual, and so it can impact the score some. The problem was they did to the hundredth on some of them, and
Oh,
some of them they just
geez.
rounded, and I don't know what's what. So I put them in order of rank on the list. But let me go ahead and let's get these hashtags going, and I'm going to play this thing right here. All right, I'm setting up the hashtag right now. Let me. So yeah, it's barrel proof ranked. And I'll go ahead and warn you ahead of time. This is a lot of Bookers and Elijah Craig and Larceny, and there's a couple other ones in there as well. B9.
Mm. Wow.
Okay. Now there's going to be a lot of numbers tonight because I had to make all these hashtags unique. Uh, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring up the first one. Now the first one, what I did was the ones that were ranked, and my scoring on this was that they had to be 90 or above. There were a lot of 89s. The
Mm.
the average score for all Bookers was 87. So
Really?
this yeah, was
Hmm.
about 87 point something. Because some of them were lower. They were like 78, 79, 82. They've had some failed batches come out from there.
Yeah.
Not as good. I wouldn't call it failed, but not just didn't live up to the normal hype of it.
Yeah, you're not going to hit it out of the park every time.
Now this one here's from 2011. So this is before they started naming their batches. This is just B96L23, and I just put B96L. And I'm going to point out tonight all of the numbers. So there's going to be some O's in here tonight, and I'll let you know if it's a capital O or a zero.
Okay.
Right? And so we want to make sure everybody gets all that in there. So I'm going to go ahead and post it like I always do here, and just in case somebody wants to copy and paste, they can get it exactly right. And if it lands on me, I haven't seen Lori, but if it does land on me, it does double the entry for that for for that entry, and then I spin again to see who all gets it. But
Oh, look
while
at
we're
that.
putting,
Miss
I
Sexy
see
Voice is
Miss
in chat now.
Kathy Bates down there. I see Rigger Wonka, John Krantz. Here's what I'm going to say. It is I got to give a shout out. Last week on the quarterly drawing, Art by Sparkle won first. She didn't want the nosing kit. She wanted a bottle, and so we're going to send her a bottle of the. She wanted the E.H. Taylor.
Yep.
So that's
And
fine.
I've got it. I've got it boxed up, ready to go. I just got to get it in the mail this weekend. Actually,
Oh,
not
Lori's
get it in the
here.
mail. I got to get it. I got to get it to my guy that hand delivers.
Oh yeah. Let me write Lori down here.
Okay. Yeah, she's here.
All right. Now, so the second place was Kathy Bates, but Kathy Bates is also an allocated elite member. So the nosing kit is going to Kathy Bates because she's been an allocated elite member long enough, and they get the nosing kit anyway.
I've got a
So,
little box boxed up for her too.
oh yeah, and then we
Some
have some
samples.
samples for her. I did get a box 2 days ago in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
No name on it. It is it didn't. I can't tell where the hell it came from, and there were 4 samples in it.
Uh-oh.
4 2-ounce samples. And I don't know everybody well enough to know the handwriting on but it was handwritten on those samples.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody meant to send it to me with like, hey, this is from me, I don't. I all I have is a shipping address. It had a barcode for a return. That's all it had on it. It looked like something that came from a business. But yeah, it didn't have a. I mean, it's packed well.
I guess were the samples any good or?
Well, I have them over there, but yeah, they're pretty good. Some older stuff. There was a lot. It was a lot of Four Roses, the old Four Roses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's interesting. Hey, bugging
but
the
I am
sun.
trying. But anyway, regardless, if someone sent them to me, let us know. But if you're watching, we always appreciate it when we get the gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And we would certainly call you out, but I don't know who it is. So, yeah, we would
Cheers,
give you a
Gandy Road and bugging the sun. Cheers, y'all.
cheers. All right, so we are doing now. The ranking on these, like I said, was an aggregate rank that came from several different things, and So anyway, this is how they had them ranked on their site. So,
Okay.
and I'm telling you, the site's nothing to look at. It looks like you're in the back end of a database when you're on this site. It is. There's no prettiness to it. It's just there. It is.
Well, that sounds straight up nerdy to me.
Well, I mean, it's down to business. They are down to ranking these bourbons, and they're not wasting time on putting pretty pictures up there.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of folks they just want the information. They don't want all the, the icing to go with it. Just give me the information.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you, I'm reminding myself of what made me fall in love with this 2019-03. That's really good Bookers, by the way. that country ham, and once I run out of it, of course, I'm done. I'm not gonna have any more.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna pour a little of the mighty fine batch coming up, the 2023-03.
There you go. I've heard that one was really good too.
Yep, and I'm gonna have them back to back, so that way I can give them an honest opinion. Right there.
The only one that I have is the Apprentice batch. I think it was last year's, and it's okay.
Now,
It's
Alex,
not special.
now Alex Bruyere, I haven't seen him in there in a while. The Moose is loose.
Hmm.
I think he collects Bookers, doesn't he?
I'm not sure.
I think
He drinks a
does.
lot of different stuff.
Yeah, but I think he always tries to get the new Bookers when they come out. I think that's him. I may,
Yeah.
but I believe it is because he
Yeah.
lives in Canada.
He lives in Canada.
Mhm.
I've traded a few samples with him,
Yeah.
and he gave me a sample of some really good Scotch, some
Hmm.
Octomore, and oh my goodness, if you like peated Scotch, that one's way up there as far as taste, and man, it's really good. Hard to find though, but
Oh yeah, Moose is a
and
Bookers,
expensive.
right? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought because I sent him a sample of the 2019-03 Country Ham. It's one he didn't have,
Oh, okay.
and I remember now. Yeah, and he's like, no, yeah, I really want that. I gave him 2 ounces of it, so
Oh, okay.
I
Cool.
hope he enjoyed it.
Oh, I'm sure he did. If he likes Booker's, he'll taste that one and go, "Dang, I knew I should have got that batch."
Hmm.
They'll be looking on the
Popping in and out.
secondary. All right.
Yeah,
Cheers, Adam. Major Zero.
and yeah, it's a good idea, man. Yeah, we'll throw this out there every now and again, but yeah, it doesn't cost anything, and if you can, just go on.
Only if I'm in the chat, I'll hit the thumbs up.
Yep, go ahead and smash that like button for us, and yeah. All right, the Bookers. I got to pour the. This is a 2023-03. This is the a mighty fine batch, and I got to remember because I mean I've tried it. You can see I've tried some of it, but
Hmm.
I mean it's on the list tonight. So I'm just gonna pour. I'm pouring these small pours. We'll see. I may go to something lighter later. We'll see how far I get on these.
Oh, okay, Peter. He says most of the Booker's
Oh yeah.
batches come to Canada, but apparently they don't name them like the Mighty Fine or whatever. They're just that specific batch.
Oh yeah.
So it's the numbers or whatever, but doesn't have the little sticker on the side of the bottle that says Mighty Fine or Country
Right.
Ham or whatever.
I took one of those off because it was ranked identical, and it was the Booker's Mighty Fine, and then listed right under it was the Booker's the same batch export
Hmm.
release, and they
Okay.
were the exact same juice. So I just deleted the export release off
Okay.
out of my spreadsheet and just stuck with that one because it's the same stuff. Just
Yeah. I have seen this one Scotch that I've gotten. It's a Centauri blend. It's called AO,
mhm.
and it's a blend of there are five of their different distilleries. They took whiskey from 5 different distilleries, blended them together, and the batch that I have came from a friend of mine. He's a pilot, and he flies like FedEx jets, the great big ass
Mhm.
planes. But he flies them over to Japan and things like that all the time. So he picked that one up for me in Japan, and at the duty free thing over in Japan. And then of course the back of it you can't read it all because it's all Japanese.
Right.
But I have seen that same bottle at my local what is it, Specs, I think it was.
Mhm.
So I want to get a bottle of there at Specs and then compare it with this one to see if it's basically the same stuff, or
Right.
if the exported one is different tasting than the one we get here in the U.S.
Yeah. I don't think they are. I think they just slap different labels on them.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I think they're filling it from the same stuff, and then it's just a different label
Yep.
that certain number of bottles get that label.
Yeah, so many bottles go through with the American label, and then they hit the button and run in a different sheet of labels for export stuff.
Yep. Alarm went off. So it is time to share this screen and go ahead and spin this. Good luck, everybody. This is worth 4 entries to the quarterly drawing. Lori is here. If it lands on the YouTube but it didn't. Let me write this
Oh, Sugar
down.
Kitty. Nice. He's probably multitasking, as
All right.
usual.
Let me stop sharing. Get this next one. Now, if it
Oh,
lands
he's there.
on the YouTube entry of mine, it goes to Lori
Mm-hmm.
because she is visually impaired and can't do these hashtags. If it lands on the Facebook entry of mine, it doubles the entry for whoever wins the next spin.
Nice. Hmm.
If I can get
Sugar
it.
Kitty may like what I'm sipping on right now.
Okay, this is the next one. This is Larceny 2022 C922.
I have that batch.
All right, there you go. That ranked a 90 out of 100.
Hey, that's not bad.
Not bad. I mean, there were so many. I will say this, Booker. I think I said this earlier. Booker's had an average score in like 87 point something, but there wasn't very many people in here. But that was over all the Bookers because there was a couple of them that ranked like 79 or whatever, but most of them ranked high 80s and several 90 plus on there. But yeah, that one's easy. That's just one letter, 3 numbers. So there we have it. But I mean, it's good that Booker's just isn't sitting at the top. But what would really get you is
Oh,
if they had the price, the MSRPs listed on those. Oh yeah, that's the C922. Yep.
yes, sir. Yeah, I've got most of that bottle left.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give that a little shot and see how that
Yeah,
is.
go for it.
Pour
See
this
if
in
see
a
if it
little
tastes like a
splash.
90 to you. Tell you what, that mighty fine batch. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's got. I mean, it looks like all the other Bookers. It's a little darker. It's got the nice edge on it. It's got good oils in it. The nose is kind of light on it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It smells like most of the larceny that I've nosed.
And I just can't see it scoring that high. We haven't got to it yet because it's over 90 with that weak of a finish on the mighty fine batch. I mean, it doesn't have a
Mm-hmm.
weak finish. It has a weak finish compared to others I've had.
Gotcha. Cheers, Marty.
And it's a great flavor on the palate, but that finish leaves a little something to be desired.
Hmm. Comes across pretty floral.
Hmm.
Kind of
You gotta
hot.
let it settle in.
Yeah, maybe it needs to leave a little bit air in there.
All arrived safe and sound. All right, there we go.
Again, I'm sipping it after a scotch, so
There you.
that's a little
Yeah,
different.
that's it.
Awesome. Good job, Marty. Glad
But
my hand
yeah,
delivery guy was as good as I pay him to be.
mm, that is good though. I really like that mighty fine batch. I mean, it's a real good flavor to it. I'll tell you that. On the palate, it
Hmm.
doesn't. It drinks below its proof a little bit.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of heat on the palate. It really allows you to
What's the
enjoy
proof
the
on this?
flavors.
Oh, 126. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It kind
This
of drinks
one's
pretty close to that.
126.6 on this mighty fine, and
That's what
so
this is.
yeah.
That's what this one, the larceny is the same, 126.6.
Oh wow. Let's see. Let me look at this larceny. This one's 124.2. This was the A124 that I pulled
Okay.
up. So I think it'll surprise people about the number one on the list.
Hmm. I got an idea of what it might be. Just, I mean,
Could
just from
be.
what you've said, Earl, so far, the different ones that are on the list.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the only one. It's the only one that made the list at all
Really?
of that
Hmm.
brand of that you know
Okay.
one. So if you don't see any throughout this entire list, you'll know what's coming.
Okay. Gotcha. By process of elimination.
Mhm. That is enjoyable, but like I said, that finish on it's just not as heavy as I'd want it to be.
Hmm.
Bullet bourbon. Who's looking? Major Zero. What kind of bullet bourbon you looking for? I think
Probably like
he
the,
said he was going to be in and out.
the 10 year or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, I've got one of those, and I've got the foolproof, and I
Hmm.
can tell you,
Yeah, it
it,
is opening up a little bit now.
yeah. No, but yeah, these are good. These are good.
Cheers, Joe.
Independent Joe in the house. Appreciate the shouts outs, but we're doing barrel proofs tonight, and these are ranked supposedly by non-partial independent sites. So,
Getting more of a little bit a chocolate note on this one now.
mm, National Pie Day. Oh yeah, that's
Mmm.
that's coming up
Pie?
in that fourth month. Yeah.
Oh, well. Dang, Fulton. Pie. I like all pie. Any pie you throw in front of my face, I'm going to like it and I'm going to eat it. I like pie over cupcakes or cake or anything else. Give me some pie, yeah, I like it, all of them.
I'll tell you this. I found a recipe, and it was not your mama's pecan pie type thing,
Hmm.
And a lot of people just take the clear Karo syrup. And it's all they just mix it together and then put it in the thing and bake it. Well,
Hmm.
this you have to put it's half of the dark syrup and half of the clear syrup, and then you
Okay.
put all your stuff and you melt your brown sugar and stuff in there,
Hmm.
and you let it cook a little bit on there, and you melt butter into it and all that, and you use like a good roasted pecan or lightly toasted pecan. And
Hmm.
then what I did was I just took my hands and broke them up and all in there, just at random. And of course, when you put them in there, they float to the top, and that's what makes that crust on top.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, I got them in it, and I just had I forget the brand. It was probably some kind of Sara Lee or some kind of frozen pie crust.
mm,
And man, I made that, and it was so rich and dark. I liked it a lot.
yeah, my wife makes a pretty good chocolate pecan pie.
Mm,
That's pretty good. I like that. But then again, like I said, pie, I'll eat them all. Give me a chess. You can give me lemon meringue,
hmm
cherry pie, rhubarb. I don't care. I like pie.
Yep. I did a mixed berry pie one time. They had
Oh yeah,
blackberries, raspberries, and all that at the
and
store.
blueberry. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Heck
and I
yeah.
put them. What I did was I put them in a mixing bowl and just dumped them all in there, and then put a bunch of sugar over them and tossed them around,
Hmm.
and then put
Yep.
the wrap on it and just let it sit in a refrigerator for a couple of days, and that breaks them down. You know,
Yep.
that pulls the syrups out. Makes that syrup around them.
Oh yeah. Makes it good. Ooh.
Oh, that peach
Yeah.
cobbler.
Peach cobbler. Oh.
Ooh.
Mm. Give me some
Mm,
peach cobbler, baby.
man,
Now,
that
if you
made
use some of these Fredericksburg peaches we have around here, that's some damn good peach cobbler right there, boy.
I can
Oh,
feel my blood pressure going up
and
already.
blackberry. Back home, we would make blackberry and dewberry, make dewberry cobbler too.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff.
I may have to take me an extra Losartan potassium, keep that blood pressure down. All right, we got to spin this thing. Let me present this screen, and we'll get this spun done. Good luck,
Hmm.
everybody. This is worth 5 entries to the quarterly drawing.
Oh, cheers, Deland. And William Hall.
Oh, Mike Brock.
And Mike Brock snuck in there and got him one. That's good.
All right, here we go. And if you win early, it gives you a chance to get pluses later.
Yep.
All right. Oh, yeah.
I wonder what the. Oh, this is March.
I got my the thing I can't say too many times on this live stream. My package came in today. It was cigars.
Oh, I need to get some
Ordered it.
more.
Well, I tell you what, I paid. They had a deal going, and it was fulfilled as advertised. Now I did have to pay an excise tax and shipping, which brought the price up, way above what they show on there. But when it was
Mm,
all said and done, it was about $5 a stick, and I got some
not
sticks
bad.
in there worth $12, $13 a piece.
Oh, sweet.
Yep.
A lot of your more expensive sticks I've not been impressed with.
No, but they
Personally.
range from the cheapest one that I got that I can go get it at Total Wine down here.
Yeah,
They got the
they got
humidor
a pretty
room.
good selection. Yeah.
Yeah, it was about, I think, $7.99 was the cheapest one.
Okay.
So even if I had gotten all $7.99, all in all, tax and everything divided by, it was still $5 a piece.
Heck yeah, that's not bad.
So I filled
I'm
my humidor.
I'm smoking Olivia right now.
Oliva.
Oliva? That's how you say it? Oliva?
Yeah. Is it
Okay.
what's is it a Serie O V G?
Connecticut.
Okay. Yeah, I do the Siri on those, and I like the G, but they didn't have it on that crash sale, so I got the Siri V, and I already had some
Okay.
Siri O in there.
That's my
But
first time
they're
trying it. I
Connecticut.
like it. It's a nice light smoke.
Hmm.
I've got a couple of other ones in the humidor that are more along the lines of a Maduro, but which is typically a little more robust than what I like to smoke.
Yeah, but there was some I really wanted to try, and since I was getting a good deal on them, they're kind of like they're about 9.99 a piece or something, but they're short and fat.
Oh, okay.
And since I was getting them at a good deal, I was like, yeah, throw 5 of them in there.
Oh, there you
So,
go. Yeah, I like a good size cigar.
oh yeah,
Something.
yeah. And
Yeah,
and what is
you're.
that, a robusto?
Uh, I have size wise. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
It's
Well, the
about the
torpedo,
size of my finger. Well, a
yeah,
little
that's
bit
a
bigger than my finger.
robusto. That's a robusto. Um, but the torpedoes are same size around, but they have the point comes out on them
Yep.
at the end. You just cut down in there.
Yep. I've had a few of those, and then some ones with that it's like a twist, like a candy cane. They have a darker wrapper with a mixed with a
Oh yeah, yeah,
Connecticut
yeah,
wrap
yeah.
too.
Hmm.
Some of those are pretty good.
Now the Oliva is a Nicaraguan with a Connecticut wrapper.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Your good old Cuban stuff nowadays is not as good anymore. You're better off with a good Dominican,
Mhm.
filler or Nicaraguan, something like that.
Well, it's Nicaragua, Colombia, and a couple other little places. But but when the ban hit, I've said this before. All of the master cigar makers in Cuba fled.
Yeah.
They left and opened up things in other countries.
Ah, sounds good, Joe.
Come hang out for early St. Patty's Day. All right.
He's probably got a nice $40 uh, Irish. Oh, Guatemala has some good sticks
Oh
too. Oh,
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
I'm down for most any of them really.
yeah.
I just
I'm
like a
not an
decent cigar.
aficionado. I don't. I know what I like, so I tend to gravitate toward that because I know I'm not wasting money, and I don't do it that often. So I grab five or six, and they last me a while as long as I keep the humidor going.
I don't think so, Mike. I mean, I've got some, and I still see it around here quite
Yeah.
often. They've released more because this batch here was 124 proof, and I got another bottle over there that's 128 proof. So
Mhm.
they're still releasing some. Now I'm not sure how long they're going to keep releasing it, but
Depends on
it's
how
still
long.
around right now. Yeah,
Well,
I'm
it
not sure for
depends.
how long, but
Are they putting? See, and I don't know how they're doing it. Are they just adding Spanish oak to the barrel,
no, I think
or
they're actually taking their, it's
and
aged
putting
so
it
long
in
down
a
here,
Spanish oak
putting
barrel?
it in a Spanish oak and then letting it sit in that for a while.
And they're probably
I
selling
believe
them
that's how they're doing
after,
it.
and they're probably selling them after they use them. So when they run out of barrels to do it with, that's probably unless
Yeah,
they can procure more. Yeah.
yeah, but it's a fine whiskey. It really is. I
All
mean,
right.
it's not $65 a bottle basically, and it's quite good. Oh, Swisher Sweet, get out of here, Jimmy.
Elijah Craig B520 is what I'm going to now. This is my favorite one of the Elijah Craig that I've purchased. That I've, you know, so
Okay.
just a
Well,
little,
Mike,
just a little.
if you can't, give me a holler. I may have a few on backup. I tend to pick up a few and put them on back, because
How
I'm
much?
on a lot of different whiskey chats, and people people like them that can't get them, out of the state basically. So
How much is that Rebecca Creek? Is it
65.
65? So I tell you what, if now this is only for supers, if you get in on the giveaway, the halfway mark giveaway, the next one's on April 25th, and we usually give away, well, the standard bottle, what it's based on is a Still Austin Nancy Fraley pick. That's
That's
$90. Okay.
yeah, that runs 90.
If you say, oh, I want the Rebecca Creek, then we can throw in some samples with that as well to kind of make up for the difference, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I
Get a
could
get
throw
a
in a
full
few
bottle of
samples,
Rebecca Creek and then a few samples on top of that.
to go with it
Gotcha. Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
that
want to
works.
go that route, right? So,
Yeah.
but like I said, again, those are for supers only, and
Yep.
uh, but that's coming up.
Or some of the stuff that's in your neck of the woods. Some of
Oh
the
yeah, I can
North
send some
Carolina, South
samples.
Carolina
Yeah.
type stuff, and those bottles. I don't remember what all you got up by your neck of the woods.
Oh,
Not
there's
Turning Point.
more. There's six or seven decent bourbons here in North Carolina.
Yeah. I mean, another one down here is besides the Still Austin and the Rebecca Creek, there's Andalusia and
Yep.
Balcones. But Balcones is changing around a little bit, a lot of the stuff they're doing now because they got taken over by Diageo. So, stuff's changing a little bit.
I was kind of wishing that Rebecca Creek had been $45. Then I would have said, "Hey, we'll throw two of them in there." Now it would have cost us a little
Yeah.
more shipping, but it would have been.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an odd shaped bottle, too.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you don't see it in Indiana. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure of their distribution from here. Oh, dang, Fulton. You got a haircut? Not me, brother.
Um,
I'm growing mine on out. See, look here. It's coming on out now. It's down to my shoulders here.
let me. Oh, oh, I remember what it was.
Before you know it, it'll be down the middle of my back and back to normal. It'll take me about another year or two.
Oh, here it is. All right, I am going to throw this out there and give some gifting here.
Oh, nice.
Wig Workshop. All right.
I've never heard of
Right.
that guy.
That was the alarm going off. I have to spin, so let me present this screen.
And Crazy Ann, where is she at? I haven't seen her in a while.
All right, A123. Here we go.
I miss my Crazy Norwegian. Oh, thank you, Independent Joe.
Yeah, I got to write that down.
Sugar Kitty again.
That's a plus.
He's cleaning up tonight.
That's +6 up here. Now that means we spin again now.
Northern Ireland. Oh, Cool Running. Is he an island or Wigwag? I don't know, Sugar Kitty.
Rigger Wonka. Here we go. All right.
Yeah, right, Jimmy.
Now.
Jeez. Oh, Cool Running. Okay, he's Northern Ireland. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. I didn't know that, and I've been chatting with him for, shoot, probably a year or better now. Well, I mean, saying hi online.
Now, this is the letter O. So this is letter O, not a 0.
Okay.
And let me bring it up. It is another Booker's. I just put BO for Booker's, and then I just put 23 because that was I just made a unique hashtag. That's all. It didn't match any of those. So
October 23. That should have been
This is the Mighty Fine batch.
Oh, okay.
See,
so you didn't put MF batch.
Well, I put Mighty Fine batch above the score up there.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, and there's only one other one. It's an anniversary edition. I put it the designation up there. But yeah, this one, like I said, I'm not sure I would have ranked it over 90 because of the finish.
Oh, slacking on the finish.
It has a light nose to it, which that's okay. But and it tastes really good on the palate, but the finish is lackluster.
Yeah.
And so I would not have given. I probably would have given it an 87, 88. But that's my personal opinion, and I'm going by this conglomerate of scores off this thing. So a lot of people disagree with me on that. Samuel
L. Batch. That's the MF batch.
Yeah, the MF.
I got a buddy of mine that's got a wallet from, remember Pulp Fiction? His wallet? Yeah, he's got the same wallet.
Yeah, I was working at a hospital and at not Cook Children's, they rebranded it Children's Health now in Dallas. It used to be Children's Medical Center of Dallas, and then they rebranded as Children's Health. But I was working with a guy there. He was serious guy, former FBI, head of FBI in St. Louis. Got pictures all over his office of him shaking hands with 4 different presidents. I mean, he was down to earth there.
Yeah.
And he gets in the car with me. And John Kranz, I'm not sure, did you put a 0 or a capital O? It looks kind of narrow. But it's supposed to be a capital O. And it will make a difference on that thing. But yeah, I had Samuel L. Jackson GPS in my car, and I had it on, and I forgot I had it on.
Yeah.
So he gets in the car with me, and we're going to go to lunch. And I said, well, what's the address of this place? Because I'd never been there, and I plug it in. And the first thing that car says is, motherfucker, find a road so I can tell you where to go. Because we were in the parking garage.
Yeah.
And I'm over there. He said, no, leave it. And so we
yeah. Heck yeah. I'd love that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So, but man, it was, and I think they did away with those. But that was a long time ago. That was back.
Yeah. Shoot.
It was probably 2006, somewhere along in
No, Greg. He does fly a plane though.
there. Mm.
Yeah.
Man, do y'all remember? I remember in 2000 getting a PDA. It wasn't a phone. It was a personal digital assistant, and it was just
Mm-hmm.
calendar, and you had to like plug it in to sync it, and all this type of stuff. And I could have my work calendar on there, but if anything changed, I mean, you had to. And then I remember we got the servers from work where we could do over the air and sync those things. You allow it to call back phone home anytime you're on Wi-Fi. It would phone home and get an update, but it would spin and spin, and then all of a sudden, just a few years later, boom, we had everything on our phones and all that.
Yeah. I started off with a Nokia.
Yeah, I've had plenty of those. I went from
Man,
the Nokia brick, and you had to pull the antenna up, and they would
I have.
break. You could breathe
Oh
on it; it
man.
would fall off. You know.
Yeah, but texting on that thing was a pain in the butt.
Uh-huh.
And you can start off with a C. Go, A. Okay, no,
Yep.
that's a C. And it's like, oh my god, this is forever.
I know, and then I would watch people sit around in the bar drinking and sit there and go click, 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 bam,
Yeah.
fan, and they've sent like 8 or 9 words, and I'm like, holy crap!
Heck, I lost it for like a month. Turns out I was on my back porch sitting in a chair, like one of these fold up chairs,
Mm-hmm.
and it slipped out of my pocket, fell off into the chair, and then got folded up and just sat on the back porch for like a month. And then I opened the chair back up and said, oh, there it is. And it was perfectly fine. Charged it up, worked like a champ.
Oh yeah, that bag phone. Yeah, you had to
Oh,
carry
yeah.
a whole suitcase along beside you. Yeah.
Yeah, now that was a brick. Holy crap. Like a concrete
Mm-hmm.
block phone.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, Peter.
Oh yeah. And then you can do something and pay somebody out of your wallet and then grab it and go, oh, I'm
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. And then they had the old flip phones. What was it?
Yep.
What was it? Started with a was it M?
No, I had a
Motorola.
Motorola. Yeah, Motorola
Motorola,
had the
the
flip.
flip phone.
Yep. Open
Yeah.
twice and pull the antenna. Yeah. Yeah, Marty, if that's a 0, you got to go back and put a capital O in there.
There you go,
It looks
Greg.
looks a little narrow.
The razor,
So
yeah.
yeah, and they all come
Yeah.
out, and the commercials were better than their damn devices back then. You remember the Razor? Yeah, when they would have that line running across the screen with that red, and it made it
Mm,
look so cool. And then you get it and go, this thing won't make red marks in the air. It wouldn't always do.
yeah.
It's all basic stuff.
Crackberry. Yeah.
Yeah, crackberry.
I never did get one of those. I think I went from the Motorola. Well, I went from the Kia to Motorola, and then I went to Apple, and I've been stuck with Apple ever since, basically.
Yeah, the worst thing that ever happened to businesses back then was when you had the business servers for BlackBerry.
Hmm.
Well, the BlackBerry has to have a BlackBerry server to connect to. That's how it does all its stuff, right?
Oh.
So
Oh,
you
okay.
can do it personally, and they'll carve you out a little cloud space, on that public BlackBerry server, and then you can keep your own personal calendar and all that. But most people that had them connected to a BlackBerry business server,
Uh-huh.
and but they used those things like it was their own personal thing, and we could see everything they were doing on there. So we had to just not look, you know.
Jeez,
All
yeah.
right, here we go. I'm gonna spin this thing. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. This is worth 7 entries. Probably gonna land on Sugar Kitty again. Let's see. Big Daddy H.
Yeah, about time he got one.
There we go. Well, he's been getting them here weeks over weeks. That's the way it does. They just accumulate. All right, let's see here. What's this next one?
Hmm.
I think this one ought to be easier to
Oh.
discern.
That's cool, Becca.
Wait a minute. Yeah,
Right, Mike?
now, where did I? Oh, CB16 because that's the batch. This is 2014, so it's back when they would do the lot and the barrel and the da.
CB.
CB16.
Yeah. Don't know that one. That's a Booker's. I mean, there again, like I said, I only have one Booker's, so I don't know all the younger ones and the different batches.
I mean, there's a reason they got popular, but these things used to be like they had the MSRP on these things at like $48 back then.
Yeah. I don't remember what I gave for mine. It was fairly recent, but well, it was last year. I think it was. I want to say around maybe $80 or something.
Yeah,
Something like that.
this last one, I swore this would be the last one I buy because it was $120 for this.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, they're just keep jacking up and up and up. So I don't know what the
Well,
Springfield batch is going to be yet. I haven't looked at it.
well, I mean, it's like Stag basically, for example.
Yeah.
Well, George T. Stag, and then your regular Stag Junior. Found that recently. My local store that I get stuff from. He had a couple. He had a regular George T. Stag. Oh, larceny winter.
This is A124. All right.
Okay.
And it's 124.2 proof. And I just opened it 2 days ago, or it may have been yesterday. I work so much, my days and nights are running, or my days are running together. But anyway, and I'm old, so But I opened it for the first time. I've had it sitting up there for over a month. I just hadn't opened it. And Joe next door came over and he said, can I pick anything? And I said, sure, because we were going to drink a bourbon and then drink a few beer or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, let's do the larceny. And so I grabbed it down and I started. He goes, oh, you haven't opened it yet? And I said, no, but I'm going to. So I went, anyway, I don't mind opening it. Bourbon School, cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Doing the hashtag CB16 right now. That's going to be worth 8 entries if it lands on you to the quarterly drawing where we give away all this cool stuff.
Dang, there you go, Peter. Yeah, it was a lot cheaper back then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that Stag, I mean, he wanted I think it was for the George T. Stag, the tall bottle. I think he wanted 1,000, some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
And then for the regular, the shorter, I'm not sure which 23 batch, if it was A, B, or C, whatever it was, but he wanted like 200 for that, and I'm like, that's a $55 bottle. I'm not going to give you $200 for a bottle of Stag. Sorry. I mean,
I think
it's decent whiskey, but it ain't worth $200 to me.
No, I think I paid 70 something for this.
Yeah, that's about right. 75, 70, 75.
Yeah, somewhere right along in there. 74, 75, somewhere.
Yeah.
And totally, this is awesome. If you can find the A124, freaking grab it because I'm telling you, it is so good.
All right, I'll keep an eye out for that one. Like I said, I got 3 larceny over there right now. Like a C922, a C923, and an A123, I think. I don't know worry about it, Jerry. if we can find a stag, junior for somewhere's close to MSRP, it'd be
Well,
worth
it's
it.
still
I would get one just to have it on the shelf, and to let other people try it.
it's
But
still going to be around $130 even though.
well, look, see, Rigger just got one for $54. That's about right. That's MSRP. It's about
Yeah.
55, and they're worth it for that for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
That's a damn good bottle for 50, 60
I just
bucks. Say,
we just don't get them here at all.
yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't seen one down here until last week. It was the first time I've ever saw one down here, and I've been down here for I don't know, 15 years, something like that.
But Jerry, I would pay $80 for a bottle of it. I would pay
Yeah, I
that.
would too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd pay that. Any below $100 basically.
Yep.
You know,
Because by the time the
I
shipping and everything, it's gonna
yeah,
be $100.
80
Yeah.
would be about $100.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I mean, for one. Now, I'm not going to buy a bunch of them at that kind of
Mm-mm.
price, but I would buy one just so I have it on the shelf and that other people can try it. Because not a
Yep.
lot of people get to try stag. Now, much less even see one.
I'm telling you right now, I just fell in love with Larceny Barrel Proof just because of this one.
Yep.
I'm probably going to shy away from the ECBPs now, and I'm just going to go Larceny.
Oh, there you go. Well, yeah, 22A for a 99.
Hmm.
Well, that's 99 Canadian though, so I'm not sure. Canadian
It's
compared to U.S. dollars now. I don't know what the
it's
exchange rate is
less
anymore.
than right, less than American dollars,
I think so.
or is it more? I can't remember.
I
I remember watching
it it
a
changes.
show about them selling houses and stuff or flipping houses, and they
Yeah.
said they were going to get so much for the house, and then they put that would be this much American,
Hmm.
and I forget now which one was more. I wasn't really paying that close
Oh,
of attention.
well, dang, bourbon school. That's not bad. 89. I mean, it's a little more. I can see it. They're not going to
Yeah,
get a lot of it at your local shop, so mark it up a little bit. My
yeah.
my local guy got like a case. So that's all he got. So what is a case? 6, possibly 8 bottles.
I think it's usually 6, and then
Typically
sometimes they'll
6.
do. A lot of them started doing 5 bottle cases
Really?
where yes, where they put the
That's
paperwork
odd.
down in a thing, and now the price reflects it, but you only get five bottles in the case.
Yeah, I can see that bourbon school. Yeah, a little bit more is not worth. Okay, Peter.
$1.25.
Buck and a
Yeah,
quarter. Okay, so that's not much. It's a little bit extra. So 89.
25%.
Yeah, 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 not much. Wow, Sugar Kitty, not worth 200.
Nah.
No, I mean, well, to some people.
Yeah, some people, yeah, but some people also pay
Hey,
that much for Blanton's.
yep,
You know.
I would not pay that for Blanton's either, by a long shot.
Hey,
I
I'm
mean, I
not.
I got the E.H. Taylor for 65. That's about what I paid for it, and I traded a bottle of that for a bottle of Blanton's. And then I tried the Blantons, and I'm like, I would prefer my E.H. Taylor better.
Oh
I'd rather
yeah.
give me my bottle back. I'd rather drink that than I would the Blantons. But I kept the Blantons. It's over there on the shelf. So when people come by, they can try it.
Let's see. I got to highlight this so I can read everything. Food line, food line ABC. South Carolina is ABC. Yeah, they are.
20
Yeah,
year,
they are.
12 year.
Yeah.
Ah. Well, hopefully you walked out with it, Greg.
Hmm.
I mean, less than $100 for a 12-year-old.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Oh, the EH, just your normal small batch is what I typically pick up. I mean,
$399. Hell no.
it's just
Oh, the
three
E.H.
ninety
Taylor
nine.
was the bottled and bond, the small batch bottled and bond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good. I mean, that's your for me. That specific bottle is your typical really good bourbon note. You know, if you want to know what a good bourbon tastes like, try
Mhm.
some of that.
All right, I have to spin. Now it's base bourbon notes. It's wood sugars mostly.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're getting out of it, but it's
Yeah,
really
I mean,
good.
it's just a good, easy, daily set type sipper is what it
Yep.
is.
Good luck, everybody. This is worth 8 entries to the quarterly drawing. Slap shots, road
Slap shot.
high.
Come on, Brian, get you some. Blanton's is
All right, like
85 and
that.
Stag Junior is 80. Go with the Stag, baby.
Yeah, stag all day, every day. I mean, I don't fault people. If you got the money and you're trying to collect horses or whatever, go for it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, the E.H. Taylor, the barrel proof I've seen for like 200. And I'm like,
Now
that's
this next
okay.
one was my favorite one to include on this list.
I think I give $100 for the rye.
In 2015, Wild Turkey came out with an 1855 reserve. Now look at the proof. It's not a high proof. It's only 108.8, but it
108.
was barrel proof, and it came out
Mm-hmm.
in 2015. And there you go.
Hmm.
I wish I had a bottle of that.
I wish I had kept some of the old stuff from, back in the early '90s when I was when I was drinking Wild Turkey, and it still had an
Mm.
8-year age statement on it. That stuff was good back then. I mean, I didn't know it was as good as it is because I wasn't drinking most of that stuff neat back then. I was drinking it with 7 Up. But nowadays I would drink that with just neat, and it's better. I've tried some of the older stuff, and compared to the newer stuff now, newer stuff is more middle of the road, kind of
Yeah.
sweet, that kind of stuff.
Hey John, get the amber colored Listerine and fill it back up with that, and give it to let somebody try it that's never had Blanton's before.
I fill it up with a benchmark foolproof or something.
No, that would be too good. Because Blanton's is just not the high proof. Yeah, you can get the high proof Blanton's,
Yeah.
but but
Yeah, what that's like the Blanton's Gold or something like that.
yeah,
Oh,
but
what would be good to fill up a Blanton's bottle with? Hmm.
sweet tea.
Maybe just Buffalo Trace, just your old school straight Buffalo Trace.
I bet you if you did that, people would be talking about how, oh, that's so good. I
Yeah,
love
it's so
this.
smooth.
So smooth. Yeah.
A nickel.
Dickleback. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be all right. Ooh, it's nutty.
People be going, oh yeah, this is great. Ugh.
Mm. Oof. Yeah. No, I did have some cigars from Kentucky, and well, what he was doing with some of his cigars, the tobacco, he was aging them in Blanton's barrels, and that was a pretty damn good cigar.
Oh, and that is true. A Blanton's
Yeah,
bottle with the horsey on top, that would make a good infinity bottle.
yeah. I mean,
But how
that's
you gonna get rid of the Blantons first? Yeah.
well, you pass it out in samples, and
Yeah.
you give it to friends when they come over.
And just leave like this much in the bottom and then start adding
Yeah,
to it. Yeah.
there you go.
Art by Sparkle is here.
Hey, Sparkle, how you doing?
And while
Got
we
your
got a lot of people on the
whiskey
eyeball,
boxed?
I'm going to throw this out one more time. Please, please, it helps the channel.
Yep, I agree, Mike. Sample to friends, but a lot of my friends are mainly online now, so I don't have a lot of people coming by the house here to hang out at the bar. That's where I'm sitting now. It's my new bar that I'm working on, but I need some people to come by and hang out and help me drink some of this whiskey. Snow? Hell no, ain't no snow down here.
Mm-mm.
It was 80 today. I'm gonna
It
get a little
was
bit of rain here later tonight or tomorrow.
it was
It's
75.
better. Better than boxed
Yeah,
wine. Yeah,
you know
true
what?
that.
It depends on the box wine. Yeah, yeah. No, no, no. It is better. I mean, but Blanton's. I'm not dogging Blanton's. I'm dogging the price. Right? It
Yeah.
tastes to me like I could just drink McAfee Benchmark and be happy rather than Blanton's. I think the regular old Buffalo Trace is better. The Eagle Rare beat the crap out of it when we
Oh
had a
yeah.
blind, and
Oh yeah.
it's just such a base bourbon that wow, people are going nuts so and paying all this money for. You could actually be
Yeah.
buying good bourbon, and you know that's the only thing that gets me about it is
Mm. Oh well, dang, Fulton. Be sure y'all hunker down. Jerry's getting
snow in
snow.
Wyoming.
Well,
Yep,
well, it is Wyoming, so you know,
I'm gonna.
and it's only March, so
All right, no, no, not that. I grabbed the wrong bottle. I'm gonna pour a little bit of the. I went backwards. I'm going now down to the. I say down to it. I'm gonna go to
yeah,
the 101.
you're dropping 20 proof points right there.
Yeah, there you go. But I can't keep drinking these 120 something proof bourbons here.
Yeah,
I need
true
something
that.
to sip on. But we get to see now, and I can go buy a bottle of this anytime I want to. Um,
Yep.
but I'm going to see how well Wild Turkey 101 holds up after I've had 4 barrel proof bourbons.
Well, is that the older bottling or one of the newer ones?
This is slightly older.
Okay. Eh, it'll hold
I
up a little bit.
it's got the nose. All right, palate. Here we go.
There you go, Mike. Yep. Throw Blanton's in a blind and they'll let them
Hmm.
try it that way. You know, and they'll realize off pretty quickly that it's not on top of the list.
It tastes like tea with just a hint of Splenda in it. That's what this. But let it wash my tongue around, and let's get rid of some of that barrel proof and all those big dark, you know, notes that
Yep.
I was getting. But it's really now if you don't think Wild Turkey 101 smooth, drink 4 barrel proofs and then drink
Oh yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she's a whole lot smoother than you think it is.
Oh, it's smooth. You can barely feel it. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Yeah, I did that. We did that here. We blinded Blanton's, and I had um, a Buffalo Trace, Blanton's, and Eagle Rare, and
Oh, you can rear.
People were split between Blanton's and Buffalo Trace about which one they wanted to pick better. But Eagle
Hmm.
Rare, everyone picked Eagle Rare.
Yeah. Yeah. That one would definitely come out on the top. It's it's a good bottle. I mean, well, and then again, it's a 10-year-old whiskey too,
Hmm.
so you're gonna get a little bit more barrel notes, and I usually get a little bit of like grape and kind of chocolate notes and things like that out of it.
Yeah, it depends on which bottle you get and all that. They
Hmm.
kind of they vary from batch to batch to batch and all
Oh yeah.
that. Um, but yeah, it's some good stuff.
Yeah, right, Greg.
Oh yeah, yeah, in Europe, yeah.
Yeah, and they're a lot cheaper too overseas.
Oh, Wathins, yeah, and I've got a Wathins, and I like it.
Yep,
I like that
never heard
Wathins.
of that.
I mean, it's not like something you would go flip your, you know, top hat over or
Hmm.
anything, but I mean, it's solid. It's a good solid bourbon.
Blanton's SFTB. I'm not sure what that stands for.
I do not know. I'm not a. I know there's a guy that came out with a book about all the Blantons, and he's a Blanton's head and all that stuff. But
Oh, there you go, Jerry. Yeah.
straight from the barrel. Okay.
Okay,
Well,
straight from the
anything
barrel.
straight from the barrel is going to be better than you know some of that stuff.
Gotcha. Thank y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
we throw these
1792
acronyms
foolproof.
around, and
That's a good daily.
I got an alarm, so I have to present my screen. Here we go.
All right, I'm gonna whoop it up, spin it on us.
All right, this is worth 9 entries to the quarterly drawing. It's the wild turkey one.
I like wild turkey, but I'm a
Boom,
Kentucky
Mike
boy.
Brock. That is +9 for Mike. All right, so we are going to draw again because Mike won the second draw of the night. That's 14 tonight. Oh, that is
Oh,
YouTube. See the little red YouTube? That's Lori.
okay.
I'm going to put 9 for her, and then I'm going to spin again.
Mason do whiskey.
That's why you got to start early or on time.
Oh, I didn't know that, Sugar Kitty.
Deland Robbins.
All right.
All right. Congratulations. And then we're going to set the next one up because we got to do one more before we get to the 8 o'clock hour. All right. This is also a capital O, not a 0. It is a capital O, not a 0.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So we're going to bring this up. And this one is another Booker's.
Dang, whole lot of bookers on this list.
Yeah, that's. But look at the dates on these.
Yeah, 2015.
I mean, they were a lot cheaper back then. You know, so
Yeah.
there's a reason they got popular. The 10-year, 3-month age statement, 130.8 proof,
Body odor 14.
something like that. Oh man, but yeah, I mean they got popular, and then they got full of themselves and started inching that price up. So.
Yeah, that's typical. You know, well that and then the whole bourbon boom sort of thing hit, and everything started going haywire and sideways on us.
Well, I saw a thing. It was I get alerts on my phone, anything to do with bourbon, anything to do with new distilleries releases, things like that. And there was an article came out, and I believe it was a not Wall Street Journal proper, but like the different section of the Wall Street Journal.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "Is bourbon dying?"
Yeah.
And so they were starting to go through, and they said, bourbon had its boom, and when's it? There's always a curve to these booms.
Oh yeah.
And they're starting to see like maybe a little down play, but that would be good for us bourbon heads because then the price has to come down, and then we can grab up a bunch, and then it'll boom again.
Yeah.
Got to ride the wave. I mean, that's how you get barrels for cheap. If it crashes.
Well,
because I'm not going to quit buying it. I'm gonna keep right on going. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep buying some, certain bourbons here and there. I'm getting a little bit more particular on what I'm purchasing, and from last year to now, I'm purchasing more Scotch and a few more Irish. Just depending on what's hitting my fancy at the time, But I'm still picking up a few bourbons and stuff here and there. And like I just picked up a Evan Williams, the was it 1783, the American Patriot batch, and that one's good, John, the tequila, I leave that to my wife. I pick up tequila for her.
I do pick up tequila here and there, but I put it over there on the other shelf, and that's I leave my studio alone and I go over there, and I enjoy in the summer especially sipping on tequila.
Yeah,
get off work.
certain drinks, certain mixed drinks with tequila is really good. You know,
I buy the sipping tequila. I buy the good stuff.
yeah, I lean a little bit more toward that, but
Yeah,
those usually the good sipping tequilas are usually going to run you some a decent amount of money, but like a good bourbon will really. Oh, exactly, Big Daddy.
yep,
Got to
yeah.
have
That's what.
a little bit of everything. Kind of mix it all together there.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mike. But part of my job, well, my self-proclaimed job up here is to drink bad bourbon so you don't have to. So I go buy I go buy stuff and try it and talk
Yep.
about it on here to say, I'd shy away from that, or well, I think it's a little overpriced, but if you want it, go get it, type thing. Yep.
Yep, John. I got one or two different mezcal that are different, but they're not smoky like a peat, Scotch smoky. It's a different kind of smoky. It's more of a like campfire type of a sweet, weird smoky with a little peppery in the background. A Renaissance man. Now I can do a whole lot of stuff as far as making things and kill you a rabbit and skin it and cook it up for you, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I can see what you
Yeah.
mean there, Greg.
No, I don't have to behave. I have scotches down here. I have tequilas over there. Well, the only reason I have vodka over there, I mean, I do have a, Grey Goose back there, but that's in case I
Hmm.
want to make something that has vodka in it
Yeah.
or if people come over
Well.
because I haven't I think I've had one drink out of that Grey Goose bottle and
Hmm.
it's still damn near full, So if people come over and they're like, "Oh, I'm not really a bourbon person. Do you have anything else?" Well, I've got Grey Goose. I can mix you something. Yeah,
There
do
you go.
that or whatever.
Exactly. And it's good for that.
I mean,
That's
I'm a host.
like gin, for example. I like gin in the summertime. Make like a gin and tonic or something like that. When it's Texas. Come on. It's
I've heard
110, 114 degrees. A gin and tonic, and when you're sitting in the pool, is quite nice.
I've heard some good things about that hard truth. I haven't
Yeah.
had it yet, but I've heard some real good things about it. I don't want to build you up, No, no, I heard it sucks. So if it's good, then no, no. But I have. I've heard good things. They had it on shared pour. I was looking at it, but I'm about to go on a trip, so I bought all those stogie sticks and
Yeah.
trying to hold my
Hey,
money for when I go.
as it should be, Peter.
Yeah, yeah. Now I wanted to try. There was a chocolate thing, and it was during winter, and you take warm cream and you take the Godiva chocolate liqueur and
Hmm.
put in there with a little, and then put the warm cream, not hot, but just warm, and mix it
Yeah.
in, and then put a little vodka in there, and mix it up, and it's like
Hmm.
a cocoa type drink. I had one, and it almost sent me into anaphylactic shock because it was so sugary. So I was like, "No, I'm done with that."
Yeah. I had something like that about a week ago. I was wanting something different and a little creamy, just something nice. I didn't feel like uh, a normal, bourbon drink, so I made something like that
Mm,
with a little bit of vodka, a little bit of uh, Kahlua,
yeah,
a little bit of Godiva liqueur, some half and half, all
whiskey
nice.
war,
Shake a
Sean.
peck
Hey,
out of
what's
it.
going on?
Hey, Sean.
Yeah,
Cheers, brother.
the I remember now. I had a little teeny bit of peppermint schnapps in there too,
Yeah, there you
because
go.
you're supposed to when you make it and it's got that warm cream. You're supposed to take a regular those little bitty candy canes that come in the little
Hmm.
individually wrapped thing, and you're
Yep,
supposed to
yep.
hang it over the side so people can
Oh,
stir with it, and it's supposed to
yeah.
add that peppermint to it. I
That would be
tried
good
it.
in like a hot chocolate.
Yeah, and that's what I made for the kids. I made regular old Swiss Miss and did the candy
Yeah.
cane.
I got some down the road from the place I stay
Yep.
at in Colorado. They make their own honey liqueur, and they make a cinnamon honey liqueur. And I brought
All
that
right.
home, and it's really good in hot chocolate.
We've got a spin. So here we go. Good luck, everybody, on the BO Body Odor 14 here. Oh, that doubles the
That's a
next.
doubler.
Whoever wins the next one, they get 20 entries instead of 10, because that was the Facebook entry. And now we're landing on Greg McDonald.
Nice. That's a good way to win first win of the night for him.
Uh-huh. Now I'm
Start
going
off
to
with a
put
20.
plus 10. So right now he won the 10 with a plus 10. That's how that goes. Now I'm going to set up the next spin, but I'm not going to spin, or I'm not going to post it yet. Okay, we are on.
Maybe something different.
Let me. I need to check. Let me check. I'm gonna bring this up right quick.
Cheers, Tater Don.
I believe I'm gonna put a 0. I'm gonna put a 0 for the O. Okay. I just wanted to look.
C06B.
C06B. C06B.
Oh, hoy, Groovy.
Okay. It's another Booker's.
Jeez.
91.33 out of 100. I think
Somebody
they
that
may
made
have
this list up was fixated on some bookers.
gotten some money from Booker's on this.
I'm
But I
guessing.
don't know.
Jeez.
That it's supposed to be independent and very private and and all that. But anyway, I put a 0, not a capital O. It is a 0. Okay. And that was a 7-year, 3-month, 127 proof, released in 2014. It can only go up from here. But we are on the third. So
Better than bookers.
we only have 3 more. This one and 2 more to go. Oh, I posted it. I wasn't supposed to post it.
Oops.
That's right. We're gonna do put me ins right after this.
All right.
I'll break it up. We'll do it a little different. I'll do the put me ins after this. Well, actually, what the hell? Let me let these die down a little bit. That's why I don't do it. At the same time, people are putting in the hashtags because it's hard to keep up with everything, right?
Yep.
So
Well, they can still put it in, I guess. Man, that's some dark stuff. Look at that.
is. And what you got there?
Give you one guess.
Oh, is that the Rebecca Creek?
There you go.
Yeah. All right. It looks like
Hey,
to be dying down on the hashtags. There's cool running coming in, but I'm going to go
not
ahead
too
and
many.
start. I'm going to do the start. Put me in, and we'll go ahead and do this at the same time.
All righty.
I mean, most people have gotten it in there already, so I am going to get going here.
Yeah, I haven't had a whole lot of whiskeys that were as dark as the Rebecca Creek.
No, that's pretty dark stuff. All right, RB coming in from the Facebook side of the house.
Oh, hey, RB. Man, that's some thick stuff right there. Legs on that puppy. I would guess that's a pot distilled, just from the legs on it alone. Oh, well, y'all folks in chat sipping on anything, or is it just me and Jody tonight? Well, I take it back. I know that old Big Daddy is probably sipping on a cold beer. John was sipping on something earlier. Was it no, it wasn't Westward. What was it? I don't remember now. Oh, the Ben Holiday, yeah. Right, Greg? Yippers, Big Daddy sipping on a Cooper's Craft 100. I have not had that yet, Rigger. I'm looking for a Cooper's Craft. Convenient. That's just from what I understand. That's a good kind of comparable to a Wild Turkey 101, sort of a daily type sipper.
It's good.
Oh, second Rebecca Creek. Nice, Mike. What's the proof on your Rebecca Creek? I'm letting mine air just a little bit. That that 124 needs just a little bit of air time to it. But man, that Rebecca Creek, the Spanish oak one, the double oaked one. Man, that's good stuff. 123.6. Gotcha. Mine was what? 124. Okay, so slightly different batch, but not far off from mine. 24. Oh, Jerry's ranking the 792 foolproof still. Yep, that's a good one. I like that. That 1792 is some pretty good stuff. Now the sweet wheat, didn't care for it. It's yeah, I just didn't care for that one. The bottled and bond one is pretty good. I preferred the foolproof 1792. That's a good pour.
All right. I'm not seeing any more coming in. All right, I'm going to read these names off, and of course, we're still up for a spin here, but I'm going to read
Wow,
these names
Peter.
off. I've got for the put me in, Mr. Great Shot, Lori, Becca Mudtramp, R.B. William Hall, Art by Sparkle, Deland Robbins, Jerry Arbaugh, Slapshots Roadhouse, Greg McDonald, Tater Dom, Gandy Rhodes, Groovy, John Kranz, Fulton, Mike Brock, Big Daddy H, Jimmy's Random Content, Rigger Wonka, Peter White, Cool Runnings, and Sugar Kitty. If I did not call your name, I did not get you down. Yeah, I don't care for the sweet wheat. I mean, I bought the bottle, but I got it
Yep.
cheap enough.
The store
But
picks are
I
really
wanted it
usually
for my
pretty good for
set.
that.
I wanted it for the 1792 set. You know,
Yeah,
so
I can see that. But
yeah.
as far as a sipper, the bonded is pretty good, and the foolproof. The foolproof and the picks of the foolproof are really the way to go with that kind of stuff. Just your
Yeah.
normal small batch is, yeah, good for, like Mike says, it's good for somebody just trying it out, because they're not overly proofy or anything else, but they're quite tasty though.
Now
I'll be right,
let me say
I'll be right
this.
back. Go
All
ahead.
right, I put me in. That doesn't mean the put me in always goes till the end of the show, but I'm not going to be paying attention to it. So if you're late to the party and you want to put me in, make sure if you haven't done so, put it in all caps or something big where I'll notice it. But what I am going to do while Mark's away is say, oh, Kathy Bates, let me write that down. I saw it. Is the way, and I updated the rules. Let's see, I think I had Greg McDonald. Yeah, I got you in there. Greg McDonald. The way uh, the entries go, and I updated all the rules today to reflect that I'm no longer doing a virtual private tasting. I'm only by request because I it's hard to get done. I'm trying to we're getting more and more people come in. We're getting a bigger. I'm doing fewer entries per giveaway because the wheel got too big and it took me hours and hours and hours to do it. But anyway, um, the way the halfway mark entries go for the supers, if you get a super, you get 2 entries for every $1, and you get the same 2 entries for the regular quarterly giveaway. So you still get double entries. But if you if you just want to support the show and you say, hey, I don't want to be in the drawing for the halfway mark, you can get 4 entries per dollar over on the just for the quarterly drawing, or you can say, hey, I'm going to put in, say, $1, and I want so and so to get 2 entries to that bottle giveaway.
Okay.
And I will still give you 2 entries on you for the regular quarterly drawing. So, if you're not interested in one, so it's just there's ways we can do all this.
Wow.
But you have to let me know. You can email me, whatever. It's Bourbon Bounty 2019. I'll scroll it across the screen here and there, especially on prize nights. But that's the way those things go. And but yeah, it's not until April, so plenty of time on that stuff.
There you go. Man, it's a nice nose on that Rebecca Creek.
Oh, it is. I love the molasses note in there. I keep saying molasses. I mean, there's a difference, right? Molasses is the byproduct from when they make cane sugar. Okay. Where they heat it up and they crystallize it and all that. And that's the dark sugar substance that comes off the other side. But then there's a plant called sorghum.
That's what this reminds me
of. That's what that
sorghum
reminds
molasses.
Me of. Sorghum. And people call it sorghum molasses, but it's, but it's more like that. It's a lighter version, not as dark as regular cane sugar molasses.
Yep, that's what this reminds me of. I get that kind of grain sorghum note.
Yep,
like
that's exactly what that reminds me of.
Like a sweet feed for like horses or something. They have that grain sorghum in there. You could smell it. It's got that sweetness to it.
Let's see.
I've never seen a blue labeled Rebecca Creek.
I haven't either.
Oh, unless that's just the regular Rebecca Creek.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but I love. I haven't tried the other, but I love that Spanish oak. That double oak.
Yeah, that's the one that I usually get, which is this one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Spanish oak double barrel one. Now, a blue label like that I haven't seen unless it's just their regular stuff, and I really haven't tried much of their regular stuff.
Mm-mm.
I got that one, and I'm like, oh, that's good. I'm done.
That's good. It's gooder. Yep. All righty. Well, we are at time. I'm going to go ahead and present the screen, and we're going to spin this because we had people putting in for this a while back, but we did the put me ins, and the put me in is worth 2 entries, by the way. It used to be worth 10, but I had to divide everything by 5 to reduce the size of the wheel. So it's the same chances for everybody. Instead of getting 10 entries, you're getting 2, but so is everybody else. So
there you go, Jerry. Yeah, that's it. That's basically what we called it in Kentucky, but not blackstrap. We called it backstrap.
Yeah,
but same thing. It's like your dark molasses sugar.
All right, good luck, everybody.
Sugar, dark.
11.
It's got that kind of a note. It's good. It's different.
All right, that is plus 11.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting some pluses tonight. We're getting some pluses. I don't let the confetti die all the way down on a plus.
That's good. I mean, because the last couple of weeks we haven't had a whole lot of repeat winners.
John Krenz, that's his first one. I could have swore you had another one, but I guess not.
That backstrap molasses on a biscuit, big old cat head biscuits.
Oh, man.
That's good eating.
Mix it with a little molasses and butter and mush that shit together.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Put it on a hot biscuit.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, now I need to look again.
Spanish oak is the one I have. Tried the double barrel store pick.
No,
I thought it was a blue label. Yeah, I haven't seen a blue label.
Oh yeah. Never mind. But I was typing the wrong damn thing. Okay, I got it now. Yeah.
Gray Mule.
Yeah, that's Great Gray Mule is where you mix the butter in. And I used to mix butter with grape jelly and things like that, and then put it on the
Oh,
biscuit.
okay.
All right.
Now I used to mix, my butter with my maple syrup for your pancakes.
Oh, I was trying to remember which one this was. I was like, BB, what the hell's BB? So in 2021, Barrel Bourbon came out with a
Mm-hmm.
barrel proof, and it scored a 92, according to this database site thing.
Hmm. I've only got one barrel bourbon right now, and it's the Seagrass.
Yeah, it's a
I
rye.
like that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
it's
rye that's
good.
aged in a bunch of different barrels. It's quite tasty. I
I mean,
liked
it's a
it.
blend. It's a blended bourbon, you know. Barrel is, but I guess they do a good job of it. But I mean, if it's a barrel proof though, unless they had a blend of barrel proofs, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Barrel
Yeah.
doesn't distill their own stuff, so it's
Now,
anyway.
whoops. I think I may have removed
That's
something I
what it
didn't
is
mean
though.
to.
BB21. Regardless, it's worth 12 entries to the quarterly drawing.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't tried that there, Jimmy, but I had mixed my honey with peanut butter before I made a peanut butter sandwich, and that was quite good.
I
Oh,
keep
nice,
looking
Delon.
back. Huh.
Now you can get to the wood shop. Good. Start doing some woodworking projects.
Hex to the yes.
I'm gonna get mine set up here pretty soon. I still got a wood lathe that I need to get set up again so I can turn out a few bowls or something. I'd like to try to do some pin blanks, but I don't have all this set up like Brian does with all the cartridges that go into the wood and everything. I don't know how to do all that. I can make you a wooden bowl, but or a plate, something like that. I've done that.
Man, have you watched
I
the
made some.
videos where these guys turn that stuff on those lathes and they do that epoxy resin in there with the wood
Hmm.
and they take it out and they strip all that away and they make these bowls with like, oh man, I was
Yeah,
like,
some
I'd
of that's
love to
pretty
do that.
cool. I mean, mine, like this one here. I made this one here. Actually, this is one of the first bowls that I made.
He said,
December 2nd. Oh, December '02. Sorry. This
oh,
is
okay, that's nice
it's
though.
red bud. What they
Hmm.
call live edge. Because it's
Yep.
still got the bark and stuff on it. Because you turned it that way. It's the tree grows like this. Yeah, so I turned it out of that.
Yep.
But it looked like this. Got a nice
That,
little bit of a bottom to it.
yeah, that's
Not
nice.
not as good as Brian does because he'll take this bottom part out so it's just a little bit of a lip going around there. It sits a lot nicer and a lot flatter.
Well, if you
But
have a
this is
band
red
sander,
bud.
all you gotta do is set it on there and just
Oh
keep
yeah,
sanding
I've got
into it.
a big belt sander. I can put that
Yeah.
on flat and make sure that it's flat again. But it's pretty close.
Hmm.
Pretty dang close to flat right now. But I make stuff like that. And it's fun. I
Yeah, I
like
like
making that
this
kind of stuff.
apricot jelly mixed with refried beans is good on a pork carnita taco,
Oh, okay. Well, I can see that. Yeah, that'd
which
be
is
all
a
right.
redundancy. Carnitas is pork on a pork taco.
Yeah.
No, I like the one thing they did was they took apricot. Was it marmalade? It's got the
Jimmy.
zest in it.
Um.
I think so. Marmalade
Yes,
has the
marmalade.
zest in it,
Yeah.
and they were using that at a restaurant in Fort Worth when they were making burgers, and they would
Hmm.
fry bacon and put little bacon pieces in there, and they would use like an apricot marmalade.
Hmm.
Maybe it was
Or orange, typically.
orange. I think it was orange. Yeah, because apricot's got the soft skin on it. It was
Yeah.
some kind of orange. It was like a what's them little orange mandarin. Mandarin is what I mandarin orange
Okay.
marmalade is what it was, and they made
Gotcha.
that marmalade out of mandarin oranges and had the zest in there with it, and then
Hmm.
they made and they put jalapeno in there with it and made like
Yep.
a bacon jam out of it. and then they would
Yeah,
spread it on there. And
that's really good in your beans too,
they put
like white
homemade
beans.
they put homemade pimento cheese on the bottom bun, set the burger
Dang.
on it, and then they put a few little blue cheese crumbles, and then put a piece of cheddar over the burger while it was on the grill and let it melt down. And then they put the
Dang.
bacon jam, and of course it had lettuce, tomato, that type of stuff.
Dang.
Man, and the
That's
burger was made out of the top sirloin.
okay.
Like they
That's
ground it themselves in the back. And they
yep.
said, "Hey, you can eat this medium rare if you want."
Hmm.
I love to cook though. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, Mike. I'm not really sure that I have anything that compares to the Rebecca Creek Spanish Oak. I mean,
I
it's
don't.
it's kind
Yeah.
of a standalone sort of whiskey, really.
Yep. It
I
is.
haven't found anything yet.
No, me either. I mean this.
Um,
Now there's some unique notes coming through on this larceny. The A124, but it's nowhere
yeah,
near that.
no, it doesn't have the the proof kick, and it doesn't. For me, the Rebecca Creek, the more it sets in the Glen, and the longer you kind of sip on it, the longer it sets out a little bit. You catch different notes out of it.
Yep.
And there's not a lot of whiskeys that I've had that do that, other than maybe a few different Scotch, but it's completely different. It's not on the same level.
Hmm.
Because Scotch is a lot different than a bourbon. So it's now.
Jerry
I'm
Arrabal.
looking at my shelf now, and
I like playing Chop Kitchen at home, where I just go open up the pantry
mm,
like it's a damn basket, and I just start making stuff.
oh, Miss Butterworth, good stuff.
Who that be ringing me over here?
I don't know. Maybe a few of the Still Lawson Nancy picks might be kind of close to the Rebecca Creek Spanish Oak one,
It's just not all the
but
way
it's not the
there.
same. I mean, it's
No.
no, it's the sweet note, that molasses note. It's just yeah. Not I have had any, I have not had anything that compared. Really haven't.
Yep. What you got, Stu? Yeah, I've made
Oh
that.
yeah,
Oh,
heck
I
yeah.
made we made a gumbo one time where we just brought meat. We had a little rabbit, we had a little squirrel, we had a little venison, we had a little of this, somebody brought duck breast, somebody brought this, and we just made we called it wild game gumbo.
There you go. Good stuff. I'd eat that all day long.
Hmm.
Well, Mike, just if you know people in Texas, you just got to hit us up occasionally.
That's right.
We'll set something aside for you and talk to that man that hand delivers for us. He'll run it up there to you in Indiana. Not a problem.
All right. I need a guy like that that'll hand deliver shit. So, all
Oh
right.
yeah.
Well, it is 23. I am going to go ahead and spin this thing. Hopefully, everybody got their entries in, and we have one more after this. That's why I got to get this one out the way. Then we'll get to
Those
that
hand
last.
delivery guys that run the state to state, they're pretty cool people to know.
Good luck, everybody. Here we go. And
Oh, I saw Cindy in
Greg
there. Greg
McDonald, that is
again.
a plus 12. Holy moly. We know who's winning tonight. Here we go.
Jimmy. Jerry's gumbo's got more meat than Arby's.
Deland Robbins, that's plus 12. Uh-oh. We
Dang.
have a tie up here almost. All right. Draw again. It's removing entries as I'm going, so. And Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates has not won one tonight.
Hey
So
there, Miss Still Brewed and Reviewed.
that's where the
How
buck
you doing,
stopped
sir?
right there. All right. That was worth 12 entries to the quarterly drawing. Let me set up this last one. And this is it for the night. It's worth 14 entries to the quarterly drawing.
Good idea, Deland. You might want to pick you up a lottery ticket too, just for the heck of it.
There's my alarm going off.
Oh yeah, Greg's already ahead of you. He's getting that Powerball ticket.
All right, here we go. This one is the number one of the night, and it is the only Elijah Craig on the list.
Oh, I have that batch.
923, 13 year, 133 proof. Yep. C923. It scored a 93 out of 100. It was the highest ranking they had for barrel proofs. Now, if you think back about all of the spins we had tonight and all of these hashtags, and you've seen like it takes a while for these to hit above 90. I mean, there's a lot of releases that come out. And if there's people that run out and buy the new stuff every single time. Okay, so we have someone on Facebook. All you have to do is put hashtag C923 in the chat. And Leora, you can also type "put me in" right now, and I will write your name down here for 2 entries. But if you put in C923 and it works off of Facebook too, hashtag C923, you will have a chance to get 14 entries. So go on ahead and type the "put me in," and I will write your name down here for 2 entries. And then if you join every week, you can always get 2 entries every week. And then you can enter the hashtags over and over again as we're doing the show, and you'll have a chance to get more and more hashtags. I mean, more and more entries through hashtags.
And here's what that bottle looks like.
Yep. Looks just like all the other ones, except for the label says something different on it.
Except for down here it says
let me take this off.
C923 on it.
Yeah, there we go. Yep, there it is, C923. Well, you're supposed to have. Now, you let me know. Is that a 93 out of 100?
Yeah, the proof comes across for sure right off the bat.
Okay, well, on the nose, but, so you're getting the ethanol kick.
Yep. Yeah, you get that ethanol kick. What is it? 133 proof. So
that is pretty high. Yeah, I mean,
I would expect to get a little bit of ethanol.
I've had a couple of them that were over 140 before, but it's rare. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice though.
Oh shoot!
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I bet.
It doesn't drink at 130 though.
Yeah,
it drinks about 115, 120 at the most.
Oh, let me put Steam Fire and Ice down here. Steam.
Yeah, it doesn't drink at 130 proof.
All right, I have to spin this thing. I got the 2-minute warning.
Already?
So let me present this screen. And here we go. Last one of the night. Good luck, everybody. Steam Fight. Look at there. Cindy come in.
Look at there. Nice. Get the best one of the night.
14 entries and got the other 2 entries for the "put me in" and all that.
Did you get Cindy's "put me in" too?
I did. I wrote her down.
Okay.
Somebody said, "Did I get it?" And I didn't, but I did. Right after that.
Oh wow, Mike.
All right, we got about a minute left. So I'm going to go on ahead and I'm not going to do it. They didn't put it in. They asked me how to win. I told them, and they didn't put it in. So if they don't type "put me in," I can't help them. But so what do we play for? We play for a 24-note nosing kit, 3 sample bourbons, a laser engraved whiskey glass with a bamboo topper that I can personalized laser engraved with your name on it if you want. That's first prize. And then second prize is 2 ounces plus the glass and personalized topper. Third prize is just the topper. The next drawing for the quarterly drawing is going to be on June 6, 2024. The next halfway mark giveaway is going to be on April 25th, 2024. But we are at time. So, guys, thanks for joining. I hope you had a good time. And we're about to sign off.
All right.
All right.
Peace, love, and bourbon, y'all.
All right. Till next